What is Eila and Something Shiny? We'll come on back after the break for a quick overview of this one-player, cooperative, campaign-based game of the storyline of Ayla and Something Shiny. Hey everybody, welcome out to the show Board Game Reviews. This is a YouTube channel dedicated to the tabletop gaming hobby, and this video is part of a video series looking at Ayla and Something Shiny. Now, Ayla and Something Shiny is listed as a one-player, solo, story-based campaign-style game, and the story is going to play out through multiple chapters. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the game. If you have any comments or questions, make sure you leave them down in the YouTube comments down below. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. You also feel free to email me off the shelf Board Game Reviews. That is ots@bgr@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your email as quick as I can. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the videos I put out there, think about supporting the channel over on Patreon. Just $1 in the tip jar can help me cover my costs, keep the channel growing strong, because this channel is 100% sponsor free. No gimmicks, no Kickstarters, no games, just great content for you out there to enjoy, to see if these are games that you are going to enjoy. Also, like and subscribe. Your subscriptions definitely do matter here. Remember, sponsor free. I really do appreciate your subscriptions. Now, the game of Ayla and Something Shiny, this is basically, like I said, a campaign-based game. It's a game for younger players, but don't let the theme or let the game fool you, because the game does have advanced modes, and the game does offer mechanics that slowly start ramping up, because this is a campaign-based game. At the very start of the game, the players are going to start the game at chapter number 0 for the younger players, or if they're not quite younger, probably ages 8 and up, go ahead and start with chapter number 1. But the basic idea is we're trying to tell a story, which is going to start with a prologue through this comic. And this comic is also going to give us an overview of exactly what our objective is, because we need to reach our objective before the end of the week or before we lose our life. On the standard mode, it's usually ease or resources that we need to gather. On the advanced mode, which is the other side of this goal card, we're going to have less life and a lot more resources that we need to get. If we make it through the requirements for the goal card before the end of the week, we get to read the ending, which is going to give us some benefits. If we fail to do so, we must restart the chapter all over again, because you can't see the advanced chapters, chapters 2, chapters 3, chapters 4, and chapters 5, until we manage to complete each individual chapter. And just looking at the thickness of these boxes, you're going to see that every one of the chapters add in more mechanics, because this game is going to get more complex as we go through. Whether it's going to be a memory game added in chapter number 2, an exploration game added in chapter number 3, or any other mechanics can be added in, trust me, the game is going to evolve. The game does start with a nice basic flow at the start of the game with the decisions and the way the game plays. It's a nice, super easy game to play at the beginning. Your basic idea is you're simply going to flip over a card, read some nice text, make a decision, and your decision is either going to send the card into the past, meaning that you're not going to see the card anymore in this chapter, or your decisions might send the card into the future, which means that card may come back again into the future, or your decisions might give you multiple different decisions, meaning the card may go into the future, or it might go into the past, again influencing various different things. The basic idea is our decisions are going to allow us to gain these resources. We get our tangible resources such as food, money, and magic stones, and our intangible resources such as energy, knowledge, and fear. Fear is the other way that we may slowly start losing the game, because as we start gaining fear, this track is going to start filling up. And if this track ever gets completely filled up with complete fear, any additional fear we're going to take is also going to be life lost from us, meaning that we are going to start losing life. Again, if we ever lose our last life point before we get the requirements filled up, or if we ever run out of time, we have lost the game, and the journey for Ayla is going to end in this chapter, and we must play this chapter all over again. Now, as we make these decisions, we may start getting items such as items which may help us. We may start developing habits, and these habits will be added into the current deck of cards, which will allow us to come out and get bonuses and benefits which may come out at later times, such as the ability to start having sword fights. Did I mention that there's dice in the game, and those are going to come out maybe at a later date? Did I mention that there's also exploration in the game? Yeah, I did kind of mention that, but at least you see now that there's actually exploration. And there's also different resources that we're trying to track, because again, we have these max amount of resources, which we can do a little conversion with. But again, our main goal is to make sure we get all the resources we require before we run out of time, or before Ayla takes the final wound and we lose the entire chapter. Now, like I said, I'm not going to give away too many spoilers because the basic flow of the game is this is a chapter campaign scenario-based game. Think of games such as Role Player, a game where as you're evolving, your player is going to evolve and your decisions from earlier chapters are going to carry forward. This is the exact same thing, but this is a game that's much friendlier for the younger audience, so you're not subjecting the younger audience to horrible games such as, Monopoly and games like that, so we can start enjoying great games with the family. The game does list as a solo game though, but again, this is more of a family game where with younger players, you can very easily keep an adult with a younger player, helping them enjoy the story of the storyline of Ayla and Something Shiny. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the other videos in the series. I'm going to teach you how to play the game, show you some gameplay from Chapter 0, 1, and 2, I should say, and I'm going to do a full review of the game and also teach you how to play the game. Check out the other videos in the series. This has just been a quick overview of Ayla and Something Shiny.